Joining us now, former Labor Secretary nominee, he's Andy Puzder. Your reaction to what Ashley just reported, Andy? I mean, President Biden is naming a port czar and task forces to fix this. Is that going to fix it in time for Christmas?
No, it's not. Don't you wish we had a president with some business experience who could actually solve these problems? Look, this is not going to solve. The problem isn't that complicated. If you pay people more not to work than they can earn at a job, they're not going to work. And we've got a situation where we're overpaying people just to stay home. So we've got problems everywhere. We got problems with truck drivers and ports and everything else.
And the president has been aware since the summer of these problems about labor shortages and what you point out as truck drivers. You also have union work rules that have our ports operating maybe at 60, 70% capacity. So there's that going on, Andy. But did you catch this? Nancy Pelosi is saying the quiet part out loud. She's still talking about, big government spending. And she talks about that she did think about being, quote, ruler of the world. Watch this.
Do you think you need to do a better job at messaging and going forward? How do you sell this if ultimately you have to?
Well, I think you all could do a better job of selling it, to be very frank with you.
If you ruled the world, what one thing would you do? I think about that a lot.
Okay, she's been in office since 1987, and now we have stagflation. Go ahead.
God, listening to her is such a disappointment. In any event. Look, we really need to get people back to work. We need the economy going again. President Biden knows this, or at least people around him know it, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to solve the problem of a lot of job openings and not enough workers by spending a bunch of money to create federal jobs, which we really don't need right now, and then discouraging people from working. You're going to end up with ports backed up. We're going to end up with no delivery trucks. People aren't going to be at the stores selling things. People in this country won't be manufacturing. The goods are here. They're offshore. Biden's buddies are the union guys. Talk to the union guys. Get them to bend the rules so we can get those ships unloaded. There are a lot of things you could do as a president if you were willing to take dynamic action.
Air traffic control
Appointing
strike.
A port czar is not dynamic action.
Reagan's air traffic control strike. Okay.
Yep.
Here's the other thing. Finally, gas is at its highest in 7 years. Oil is up. Oil is about half the gas price. The national average is up 46% since January 1st. You don't hear President Biden or Energy Secretary Granholm or, John Kerry saying to energy workers, go code, quit your job, find software jobs. Andy, here's the thing. We went from energy dominance and a U.S. oil boom to now begging OPEC to cut oil prices to get gas prices down. Your reaction to this story? Final word.
Well, and how on earth does that possibly help limit carbon emissions if we're burning Russian and Venezuelan and Iranian oil instead of burning American oil? Look, we lost 10,000 jobs because we shut down the Keystone Pipeline. We're cutting back on production. We cut leases off on federal land, and we send the business to our enemies, really to people that are not supportive of us, the Russians, the Venezuelans, the Iranians. This is ridiculous. His economic policies simply make no rational sense. So look, this has got to change. It's got to change faster. We're going to be in for inflation for a very long period of time.
We need some common sense. We need a common sensical party. Okay, Andy Puzder, it's good to see you.